Healthy food is not always synonymous with tasting good, but finding recipes that check off both boxes is much easier than you think. Hello, I'm Ian Warner.
And I'm Paris Carr, and on today's episode of In the Kitchen, Clemson Extension Service nutritionist, registered dietitian, and nutrition agent Angela Forbes will teach us how to prepare an easy and delicious rice dish.
And after that, we will see how to put together a simplistic yogurt parfait that is as healthy as they are delicious. So stay tuned, you do not want to miss this episode of In the Kitchen.
There are more than 40,000 varieties of cultivated rice said to exist. However, the exact number is uncertain. But what is certain is if they are cooked with the right recipe, they can be delicious. Here to show us just one of these recipes is Clemson Extension Service nutritionist, registered dietitian, and nutrition agent Angela Forbes.
Thank you for coming to the show.
You're welcome. It's good to be here. So what I decided to do was to show people how they could add more fruits and vegetables to their diet. And we know a lot of folks like me, I love vegetables. I could be vegetarian just because I don't think there's a vegetable I don't like.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's so easy, and then when I'm teaching classes and stuff, a lot of times I'll use this example. People have a sausage biscuit for breakfast, a cup of coffee, and then at lunch they might have like a bologna sandwich or a hot dog or some chips or something, you know what I'm saying? And then a Little Debbie, I always joke with people, but people love the Little Debbie cakes, little snack cakes. And in the afternoon and then dinner, they might have a vegetable and a meat. And this is, I'm not saying this is true of everybody, but this is just sort of a typical day for a lot of people, that type thing. And so what about you guys? I mean, do you like fruits and vegetables, or are you kind of like,
I mean, personally, I like fruits a lot. There's a couple vegetables that I eat on the regular, but
I'm not heavy on vegetables,
Okay.
but I do eat them, and there's a broad variety of them that I do like. I don't like many.
Put some onion in there, and I'll keep all good. Well, okay. So here's the thing: with today, you may not like the ones that I chose, but you can choose any vegetable. Put like half of the container in there. So what I decided to do was a lot of people in a big hurry. I mean, do you guys do activities outside of school? Work,
yeah.
So a lot of people come in and they don't want to cook a big meal.
you want to put some in there, Paris?
Yeah, and what I'm going to do is, I think most everybody likes rice. Pretty much, you know, and I always say the South, but I'm sure this is true for people all over the place. A lot of people like rice and eat it frequently, and a lot of people like it with gravy and all that. So I'm going to show something simple, like if you come in at night and you don't really have anything cooked, I want to show something simple as to how we could add some vegetables to our meal. And so I'm going to get you to look at this, Ian, and tell me what the temperature is. So we're going to saute some onions. Did I turn it up pretty good?
It's just on that right now. Can't see a specific temperature.
Okay. So what about right there?
250.
Okay. So we could do this on the stove, and what we're going to do, and I'm using olive oil. You can use canola oil or whatever. I like to use olive oil because it flavors good, and so we're going to saute the onions. And onions, to me, onions are a vegetable, but they give a great flavor to a lot of things. So you may not like onions. You don't have to do this, but I'm going to get you to scoop out, or one of you guys to scoop out some garlic. I mean, don't. Now, some people love garlic. I like it okay, but I don't want too much of it because it does help flavor. So let's just get about a scoop of it, and that'll be good. And then what we're going to do is saute it. Now, I'm going to get Ian to keep an eye on my temperature because I can't see it real good. And let's get it up a little bit. Let's get it good and hot.
So you want me to bump it up to like 300 or 350?
Yeah. And so let's say you've got rice and you've come in and I wanted to show chicken. You can use any meat you want. This is just plain old chicken breast. You'd have a meat if you're not a vegetarian. If you're a vegetarian, of course, you can use other things for your protein. But this is a quick way to make a meal. So, so we're going to put this over here. And I know for myself, I haven't thought ahead. Some people plan their meals, and some people think ahead, and they cook a lot. But a lot of people, I know I work a lot, and I know a lot of other people too, and they just run. And so when you get home, if you've got this, and you can make it up pretty quickly.
Yeah.
But let's say you already have it on hand. So what we're going to do is we're going to go, okay, how can we add some vegetables to this rice we have? And maybe we're going to have some chicken with it. So I also just about always keep spinach on hand. You guys like spinach?
Yes.
Oh, good.
Pretty good.
And this is guys, just for the record, this is washed and ready to eat.
Oh, okay.
Make sure that it says that on the label. That it's washed and ready to eat. Most of the time when you buy like spinach that I have bought, it is. I'm not saying always, so that's why you always want to check. And we don't recommend you rewash it. A lot of people think, oh, my kitchen is so clean. But you can recontaminate it by easily. So the commercial washing methods are pretty good. So, all right, so before we put our spinach in, though, I want you to hand me the tomatoes and the black beans. What I recommend, and I want to say this too, there's so much confusion about canned foods. Guys, if we can get people eating more fruits and vegetables, believe me, canned, fresh, frozen, any is good. So if you've got this on hand, you're more likely to eat it, right?
Yes.
I mean, how many people grow black beans? And yes, you can use the dried black beans and prepare them, but keep in mind that a lot of people will be in a hurry and they'll come in and they won't have it ready.
Yeah.
So it takes a little while to cook dried beans.
Saying.
Yeah. So I'm going to let you guys, I'm doing the work here, put a scoop of black beans in there. And again, these are just some choices.
Yes.
You could do anything. What's some other suggestions or examples of anything? Be frozen, fresh.
Could you use kale instead of spinach if you wanted?
Yeah, I think you could. And I have not done it with kale. Kale's a little chewier, so you could try. Yeah, you could try it. I've boiled and eaten boiled kale before, and I thought it was good. So let's add just a little bit more tomato, a little bit more beans. And what we're doing is we're cooking in the flavor. And I brought all kind of herbs and spices here. I've got garlic powder, which we already have garlic in it. And just for the record, if you want to keep the sodium down, then don't do the garlic salt or the onion salt, but do the garlic and the onion powders. So we've got those. We've got canned carrots. I'm not going to open the can, but you could use the canned carrots if you wanted, or the fresh. And I'm going to let you, Paris, put some spinach in there.
Sure, Paris, put some spinach in
And
there.
I've got basil, and I'm just going to add some stuff for fun, guys. This has no sodium in it, so you can use as much or as little of this as you want. And I'm going to let you put a little sprinkle of this. This is cumin.
Do you want me to put this whole thing?
No, that's probably good. Okay. That's probably good. And stir it around and kind of help it tenderize. The thing about the spinach is if you want it really wilty, you put it in more toward the beginning and then, But I personally, I'm just kind of weaving it in. I don't want it to be raw, That's not the goal I'm shooting for with this. But this is some cilantro. I love cilantro. And what we're going to do is we're just going to put the lid on it and kind of let it steam for a minute. And I think we're good. We're just going to let it steam so it tenderizes that. Now, you can season it any way you want. I just brought a few different things. This is basil. This is Italian seasoning. These are not expensive at all. And they go with so many different things, which, there, a lot of people like them in more Italian-based dishes. But, I use them in a lot of things. I use a lot of cilantro. I love it. You could use fresh if you want. But keep in mind, if you buy fresh, it's got to be eaten within a couple of days. So I always keep the dried on hand. This is oregano and poultry seasoning. Poultry seasoning, a lot of people use it in dressing, like at Thanksgiving, but poultry seasoning is great in vegetables. So we've already added a little bit of, and it's not going to be real high in salt. So And I tell you what I think I'm going to do just for today. We're just going to go ahead and put our rice in. And we probably should have done that before we did the spinach, but I was so excited about the spinach. I wasn't even thinking. So go ahead and put the rice in. We're just going to mix it together.
Okay.
You get a scoop of it?
Yeah, I do probably 2 or 3 and stir it around. And we're just going to let it tenderize. And you guys can taste it in a little bit if you want. And it smells good though, doesn't it?
Yeah, it smells really good.
And you could have added more or less beans, and like I said, I'm not going to add the chicken today, but if you wanted to, to add an animal source of protein, you could put that. So what questions do you guys have?
How long does this normally take?
Yeah.
Oh, no, 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing.
Yeah.
What if you'd run through the drive-thru at McDonald's or any fast food? I'm not picking just McDonald's, but
Probably take about 15 minutes.
yeah, I mean, it could, especially if you hit it at dinner time or after the games and all that kind of stuff. You could do this just as fast. So it doesn't take any time. It just depends on what you add to it.
Okay.
So this smells awesome, though.
And
doesn't it?
anything will work, like fresh, frozen, canned.
Yeah,
Okay.
and thank you for saying that, because again, if you want fresh and only fresh, that's fine. We had, we've got the minced garlic that was in the jar, but we had fresh onion and fresh spinach, and I wanted to show you that you can use a little mix. The canned, you can buy the low sodium or no sodium, or you can rinse it. What I did with the beans ahead of time was I took them and put them in a colander and just rinsed it really good, and that removes as much as 40% of the sodium. And then frozen yak, you could use frozen any kind of mixed vegetables or anything you could use. So easy.
It smells delicious and can't wait to try it.
Good.
Our dish looks amazing. Up next, we will prepare an easy yogurt parfait, so stay tuned. Yogurt can be a healthy alternative to sweet treats like ice cream or cake. Back again to show us another simple and tasty recipe is Clemson Extension Service Nutritionist, Registered Dietitian, and Nutrition Agent Angela Forbes. Thank you for being here. We'll get back to making this.
Okay. Now, this is under the same kind of thought process. We're going to make yogurt parfaits.
Okay.
And what my thinking is that, do you guys have yogurt at home? Or no?
Yeah.
You do? Not the frozen ice cream yogurt, but I mean, you could use that if you want to, but it's a lot easier for me to carry. But then what we have here, and you can use any brand you want. This happens to be Dannon, but it's just a low-fat vanilla yogurt. And then I brought some of the Greek yogurt as well, so both vanilla. So you could, and you can try either or both or mix. But the yogurt that has the fruit in it pretty much is a syrupy kind of fruit. Yeah. And what I wanted to do was to show, and this is an exaggeration because I know most folks don't have this much fruit at home all the time, but I thought it would be fun to give you guys a chance to make it just the way you want.
Yeah.
And this would be like a parfait you would see at like McDonald's, or like I see them in the deli case in the grocery stores, and they're real pretty and they look so good. And so, but you could just buy a couple of fruits. I would not recommend buying a whole ton of fruit if you don't have enough people to eat it, because it's going to go bad.
Yeah.
But once again, though, you can use canned, frozen, or fresh. So I brought the frozen mango just to show you could use frozen.
Yeah.
And the rest, this is fresh, and then canned peaches. And so we do have a canned, a frozen, and several fresh from which to choose. And then some nuts and granola for toppings. And I forgot dried. I can't believe I forgot dried. And I used the golden raisins, but you can use other stuff as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to let you guys make your own. Now, I bought some of the pre-cut fruit just so we could see all the pretty colors. So, but they're still in huge chunks.
Yeah.
So we're gonna, just kind of talk and cut, along and along, and so let's get started. And you are welcome to try anything you want. And if you don't want all the different, you just want one thing, that's fine too. So, and I'm gonna use some of this. Were you gonna get some?
Yes,
You want
ma'am.
me to serve you?
Sure.
Have you tried Greek yogurt?
Yes, ma'am.
You want more?
Yeah.
Do you put yours
Thank
in
you.
layers or you put
Yes,
it?
that's
I
why
do
I thought
like
it would
the
be
layer.
fun, and
Yeah.
we would get these clear cups. You can do it any way you want, but that was the fun of it. Matter of fact, I'm gonna add a little bit of crunch between my layers. So, everything up here. Who likes what the best? And I'm gonna
I like pineapples.
pineapple.
I think I like mandarin oranges the best.
Mandarins?
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, and thanks for saying that. I bought peaches and mandarin oranges in a can. So, yeah, I like mandarin oranges too. And I'm cutting mine a little bit, like the grapes. I would
Yeah.
not want
You
you
like
to have
it
to.
smaller
Yeah,
pieces?
you don't want whole grapes.
You could, but then would make it so chunky and
I prefer the bigger cut.
you do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Than smaller.
All right. And, so, what's your favorite, Paris? What's your favorite fruit? Or what's your favorite thing up
Favorite
here?
fruit? It has to be pineapples or
Oh,
strawberries.
you said pineapple.
Or strawberries, but it changes.
Do you eat pineapple regular? Do you guys buy it?
Oh yes.
Really? Do you buy it fresh or canned or?
We buy either the fresh one and just cut it whole, or we buy the can.
It's fun to cut a fresh pineapple. There's no
It
doubt
is.
about it. And I think the thing with fruit is that most people that I talk to like fruit because fruit is sweet.
Yes.
And
Can't really dislike fruit.
yeah.
Right, it's good.
But I mean, if you think about it, if you have little kids, would this not be a fun way? I think it's fun
Oh,
for
yeah,
anybody. I've
it's
done this with
fun.
seniors; they like it too.
I like it.
It makes it kind of pretty. I think it's kind of like it encourages people to want to eat good when they see it all presented pretty.
Yeah.
So, is there anything over here you want?
Okay.
No, here you go. What about these? Are walnuts?
Walnut.
Yeah. So I don't know if you guys.
Walnuts are pretty good.
Yeah.
My mom, when I was growing up, she always wanted that walnut topping on her sundaes. It was a kind of a syrupy topping. And
Where it comes in like the glaze.
yeah, that's what she liked. I
Pretty
like
good.
walnuts. They're not my favorite, but I think I'd have to say cashews and almonds.
Cashews. I like almonds.
Yes.
I prefer almonds.
I should have got some of that too, huh? To get a paper towel. So if you were would this be something though that you think you could do at home?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Quick.
This is pretty easy, simple,
Convenient.
straightforward.
Yeah. And that's why I picked it. I did this with a senior group. I actually let them make their, and what I did, in this case, you guys were just given the full choice. But in their case, I had several tables and I assigned 2 fruits per table.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I made them, and then they could then share after that. And it was really fun. So it was interesting to do that with a large group. But we don't do this at home, and as I think about it, it just is so simple
Yeah.
and it's such a quick and easy way. Look at this. How about
Healthier way.
that? Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Tastes pretty good too.
Yeah, and so with yogurt's made out of milk, and so you're getting some, what do you know what mineral?
Calcium,
Calcium. What's it good for?
bones.
Right. And it's a good snack. It's got protein in it, and some other iron and some other vitamins and minerals. But it's kind of I like it just plain, but it's kind of boring. But this way, you add in some more fruit and stuff. So
Variety. There's a lot of
yeah,
extra options.
yeah. So did you try the Greek,
The Greek. No.
or did you want? You don't have to if you don't want to.
Come on, Paris, try it.
So nobody wants banana.
Nah, I don't really. Not too keen on banana.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna put a little bit. So tell me, so here's what I want. I'm hoping that this show will incite from you guys, and as well as the other people in the studio, and then from the audience that sees this.
Yes.
What I wanted to encourage was ways of integrating more fruits and vegetables. So you think about yourself. I mean, tell me, I've got an 18-year-old son. He's a senior in high school, and he would like this, but I know he gets off work and he gets out of school and he goes to work, and so it's kind of like he's starving, and so it's like QT, let's go to QT and grab something. So what do you think you could do? What's some ways that you could add more fruits and vegetables? I always learn from the people I teach.
I know I snack a lot, so
Yeah.
I learned that maybe having an apple or like something fruit-wise on the side.
Like some
when I
small
come
oranges, like the
straight to bed,
cutest
'cause
oranges.
normally I don't want
Yeah.
to get up. I'm lazy. I want to get something that's quick.
Yeah.
Cookies right there. I'd rather get a fruit than instead of something like that.
So is that something you could do easily though with your lifestyle now?
Yeah.
Okay. What else? What's some things you think you could do in your meals at home? In your families, and whoever's doing the cooking, and
More fresh foods.
Yeah.
No, not something if I'm cooking my meals or my mother's cooking my meals.
It's a lot of canned vegetables.
Yeah. But I say more fresh.
you like more fresh.
I look for more
Yeah.
fresh.
Okay, okay. And so just for the record, so that's fine. All forms count. And I just tell people this because things don't grow all year, and not around here either. Some things that are grown in some parts of the country, might not be grown here.
Yeah.
So let's say, pretty well we can get anything anymore because we have
Yeah,
trucks carrying
yeah.
food all over the place. But canned food does count. Just try to, when we're talking about fruits and vegetables, you want to try to buy the fruits packed in water or their own juice. And you can still rinse them if you want. And then the vegetables, if you can find the low sodium or the no sodium. And if not, rinsing them removes about 40% of the sodium. And so the good thing about like fruits and vegetables is that's all there is in the can. And if I can get more people eating fruits and vegetables, then
It's a win.
Yeah.
whether it's from a can or whatever. But then if you can grow some things, then that's when your nutrient, and then you pick it and cook it immediately.
Yeah.
That's when your nutrients are really, really high. I think I run into so many people that just can't do that. They don't, or they just never will. So
Don't have the time.
or the knowledge or whatever, but or the skill, or they're just too lazy.
Yeah, that too.
Well, everything looks good, and appreciate having you on the show. Thank you.
Well, thank you. You made some beautiful yogurt parfaits.
Thank you.
Thank you.
When we come back, we'll try our rice dish and yogurt parfait.
Our meal looks amazing. Clemson Extension Service nutritionist, registered dietitian, and nutrition agent Angela Forbes helped show us how to put together 2 great dishes. Now it's time to taste.
All this looks very delicious, and I'm ready to jump in and taste it.
Good. So we went for the rice bowl effect, but it looks good. Now I did not overly season it. We did it kind of quickly. But you could, like I said, there's all kind of seasonings you can use, and if you want to keep that salt down, and a little bit of salt, most of us can tolerate it. It's just the problem with salt is that it's in so many things, it's hidden, and then people don't realize. I think it can really perk up a dish. I don't have a problem with a little bit of salt, unless you're on a restriction, But it's a basic, simple taste, and it's really pretty. I think it looks great in those bowls.
Looks amazing.
And I'm letting y'all eat that because I'm like pigging out on this. So what do you think? Is this something you could do at home yourself?
Definitely. Something quick.
Tastes really good.
Tastes really good.
You're not really missing out on anything with no salt.
Yeah.
I like that the spinach is soft instead of crunchy.
I like the spinach and tomatoes.
Do you guys cook much?
Yeah, sometimes if I have time.
No.
Box macaroni is about it.
Oh.
Well, the rice, you just follow the directions on the box and or on the bag. And you can get those little rice cups.
I don't know about you, Paris. I'm finna try this.
I know,
Yeah, I'm
I know,
gonna
go
try
for it,
my
yeah.
Yogurt.
But I hope this will encourage you then, Ian, to try to cook a little bit, you know,
Definitely.
to prepare for your food. It's kind of hard to talk when you're eating, but it's pretty good, isn't it?
It's ridiculously good.
Does it make you want to eat it more though? When it looks like that? It
Oh,
almost
it's more
looks,
presentable.
yeah, yeah. So that was another thing I wanted to show. Is it something so simple? It's just a little plastic cup.
Yeah.
Even like older people, you know, not my dad, he could eat a bologna sandwich in a ditch. He wouldn't care. He's just like, he just, you know, whatever. He's happy to have it. But some people, it kind of encourages them
Yeah.
to eat healthy if it looks better, you know.
And it being fresh, it definitely adds on to it.
Yes.
Well, everything was delicious, and thank you for coming.
Thank you.
You are welcome.
If you have any comments or suggestions, contact us at the address on the screen or email us at learntvstudent@comporium.net or check out our YouTube channel. Just search Learn TV Lancaster. And for Angela Forbes and Paris Carr, I'm Ian Warner, and remember, staying healthy can be tasty. We'll see you next time on In the Kitchen.
Kelly Overcash. I'm the principal at Kershaw Elementary.
My name is Kristen Clay, and I am the technology and math coach here at Kershaw Elementary School.
I'm Alina Russell. I'm the PE teacher at Kershaw Elementary. I'm here to talk a little bit about the Interactive Blue Playground. It is a new technology. We are actually the first school in the state of South Carolina or North Carolina to have this.
Our goal this year was to really bring STEAM into the specials area, so PE and music and art.
I can do addition and subtraction problems in math. I can do number recognition. I can do letter recognition. I can do science and social studies, and it's going to have the kids actively engaging in that. One of the reasons we wanted to do that is because we know that kids learn through play. Scientists have recently determined that it takes approximately 400 repetitions to create a new synapse in the brain, unless it is done with play, in which it takes between 10 and 20.
Business after business agreed that they wanted to be a part of this and to give this to our students here, and it's really been a blessing to see our community come together.
But now we're going to integrate math and reading and just every level of skill of academics. It's going to be mixed into PE, and they're going to be excited about it and learn and get healthy all at the same time. So we're just really excited about how we can use this from K-5 all the way to 5th grade.
You can do math at the same time, you can learn at the same time you're having fun.
I just sent a message to 5 of my friends. Those 5 friends were all driving on their way here whenever I sent the message. My 5 friends killed 2 families, one of which had a newborn child. All because I sent 2 texts. I just didn't know they were driving. Because my friends were texting and driving, 8 people died. We know texting and driving kills, but we still do it anyway.